Public opinion in the United States indicates that the majority of Americans are in favor of legalizing marijuana for either medicinal use or recreational use. However, for all of you who are in favor of marijuana legalization, have you thought about the impact it would have on rabbits? That's what Matt Fairbanks from Utah is asking, while politicians in Utah make a decision as to whether or not they legalize edible forms of marijuana for medicinal use. Now, he thinks this is a disastrous idea, and during his testimony, he stated that it would actually cause severe harm to rabbits. According to the Huffington Post, Matt Fairbanks, who is an agent with the DEA, and he's part of the marijuana eradication team in Utah, testified to a state Senate panel last week and said rabbits could get addicted to pot, lose their natural instincts, and sit around getting high all the time should a bill pass that would allow medical marijuana edibles in the state. Okay.
First of all, can I just say that doesn't sound that bad? Like, what does a rabbit have to do? Does he have to go to work? And like, oh, you know what? Next thing you know, he's not paying alimony.
Well,
right? Let him just get high. He's a fucking rabbit. He's going to die in a little bit anyway.
Well,
let him enjoy his life.
That might be a fair point, but it could also be disastrous because they could fall prey very easily, right? Like it gets rid of their fear. So if they're being hunted,
so they're
then
chilling out. And
they're just like,
oh,
whatever,
man,
dude.
Somebody give me a carrot. Oh, look at that eagle, man. Oh no.
Okay, so I think this guy's hilarious, although he's also dangerous. This is the guy who was
I also think he's stoned, by the way.
He probably is. This is the guy who was part of the DEA team that thought an elderly man in Georgia was growing marijuana in his backyard, so they raided his backyard and found out that it was just okra.
Well, look, okra could also be dangerous to little rabbits.
Never really thought about that, right? Do you really want to be a slave to a vegetable?
As Pat Robertson would say.
Yes. Okay, but my favorite part about this entire story is this statement from Mr. Fairbanks. Okay, he says, quote, "I deal in facts. I deal in science."
You gotta understand something. The bunnies are in danger.
Okay.
Now, look, I don't want to split hairs here. I know it is a bit of a hairy situation.
I have a real point to make once you're done with your jokes. Go ahead.
I don't want you to bugs out or anything. But you know they've lost the fight when they have to get to this absurd level.
Yes.
What about the bunnies? It used to be the children. Now, what about the bunnies? The cute little bunnies. Don't let them get high.
I love that they chose bunnies because they're cute and furry and you don't want them to be harmed. Okay, so now let's actually get to the substance of what he had to say. Can wild animals, somehow develop a taste for marijuana? Yes, they can, right? So this could be a problem. Now, growing marijuana illegally has huge environmental ramifications. But the reason why it has environmental ramifications is because it's grown illegally on some remote mountainside somewhere, right? So when you legalize it and you regulate it, you allow people to grow their own marijuana in their backyard, and it's not as much of an issue. But that's the thing. Either he, A, doesn't know that because he doesn't actually deal with facts, or he does know that, but he works for the DEA and he has a vested interest to continue on with marijuana prohibition.
Now, to be fair to this gentleman, if you're growing marijuana in the backyard and a rabbit's going to come eat it, you know what you're going to do to the rabbit? You're going to execute that motherfucker. Okay? You're not going to let him eat your weed.
And then you'll probably eat the rabbit.
Well, then maybe everybody's a winner. Except that poor little bunny who was destroyed by your evil drugs. They've gotten to a comical level. That means we're this close to winning.
Yes.
Everywhere.